Welcome back to the Mr. Verzace podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Verzace himself, Rick Verzace, and joining me today are two of the most dangerous heavyweights on the planet, the bronze bomber himself, former world heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, and a man that has an engine that never stops, Derek War Chisora. These two guys will collide on April the 4th at the O2 Arena in London in a show promoted by MF Pro, and it will be live and exclusively on DAZN. Deontay, I'm going to start with you. Leading up to this fight, there was all these rumors swirling around. Wilder-Usyk, he's doing interviews saying, I want Wilder next. Were there ever any real discussions for that fight, and how did it lead eventually to you and Derek locking it up?
Yeah, that was real. It was some real discussions. I mean, we was in negotiations. Somewhere still is a little bit. They do their talking. I just sit back and just wait on the real things as far as discussion and the real business of boxing to happen. I ain't really with the small chit chat of things. Just the seriousness of it. But what happened is all the dates just kept moving, It's like they was just indecisive of what date it would be. And, I'm older, and I only had one fight. I've been a little inactive, so I still need to stay busy. That's the whole thing about me coming back, getting myself back together, mind coming back together. I got to stay busy as well, you know what I mean? So with that being said, by the time we made the fight with Derek happen, all of a sudden we got a date. We got a month or whatever. It's like we already got a fight, in order. So, it would have been defeat the purpose. That means like, so now y'all got a date. I'm going to drop all this hard work that we done already been through negotiation and things are getting up because we supposed to fought in December, then February, and now here. So I wasn't going to do that. And then I felt Derek is the perfect opponent for me to even get ready for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So we stuck with that, and we just, whatever happens after, we just deal with whatever happened after.
So at one point, it was a little confusing because people were saying you two were locking it up, and then you see people, these newspapers doing stories. There was about to be a press conference announced for you and Usyk, and then I called Shelly, and Shelly's like, well, that's news to us.
Right. Yeah, we was waiting. We just was waiting, you know what I mean? So while they get their stuff together. So like I said, it's ironic that once we get a deal done, and all of a sudden, the other side is ready to go, but that's boxing for you.
And Derek, you've been calling for this fight for a very long time. I remember after your fight with Pulev in 2022, immediately after the fight, you said, I want to fight Deontay Wilder. I've been hearing about that power. I want to taste that power. What is it about Deontay that you've wanted this fight for so long?
You know what? I've boxed everybody in Europe, in London. I haven't boxed so many Americans, so I was like, maybe, what a way to announce your name in America, fighting one of the biggest punchers in the world. And it's what's the right words for it? It's an exciting fight for me because he is saying it's a warm-up fight for him and Usyk. I like that. I enjoy a bit of everybody's warm-up fights, but really, truly, it's not.
It doesn't always go too well for people when they have you as a warm-up fight.
It never goes well. Yeah, but this fight was meant to happen a long time ago, because I remember the first time George Warren called me, and he goes to me, I got Deontay, do you want it for December? I'm like, yes, I want it for December. And then suddenly, a week later, Ring Magazine signed him up for 2 fights.
Well, remember, you went up to me. You said you nicked my opponent. You said you nicked my opponent. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Let me finish, yeah. So I call George. I'm like, George, what's happening? He goes, His Excellency took Deontay for 2-fight deal. I'm like, but this is your boy. Tell him you're trying to make this big fight. He goes, nah, I've tried to call him, but really and truly, was all a waffle. It was waffling anyway. And then Baby Miller came to the table. I kind of agreed on it, but you know what? He didn't sit right with me. I didn't want that fight, so I just sat down. And then this was meant to happen again, but something happened. And then MF Pro came in and say, we can do this A and B and C. I'm like, you know what? Perfect. Let's do it now. You know.
I remember.
And now we're sitting here.
I remember what you're talking about. You said, I ran into you. I forget when we ran into each other, what country it was, and you said, you nicked my opponent. And I said, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then I took it upstairs and said, Derek said we nicked Wilder for 2 fights. And you're like, who's telling him that?
Yeah.
And for you, Deontay, this is going to be your first UK fight since 2013. How is it to return back to the UK, and how is it going to be to deal with a very pro-Chisora crowd?
Yeah, man. I mean, as far as coming back to the country, you know, it's always a pleasure to go back to England, where some of the biggest boxing fans are, or where they live, you know. So as a fighter, you know, it's always a dream to go over there and fight in front of fans that the career that you're involved in, you know. And being able to fight Derek, man, it's a pleasure. You know what I mean? Like I said, we supposed to been fought even before the December joint. We supposed to fought years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
You know, but I ended up getting in some type of legal trouble, and the judge didn't allow me to travel. I was innocent, but yeah, we couldn't do that. So shit, it's like this is the fourth time.
Yeah, I know, 4th time. Yeah.
But the thing about it is, what's so special about it, and keep in mind, I don't look at him as a warm up at all. You know what I'm saying? To get me prepared for anybody else, as far as me coming back, getting myself back together and stuff like that, I think Derek's the perfect person. You know what I mean? Like you said, he got that war engine, and he's gonna be coming all night, and that's what I'm gonna need most. I need everything that makes up Derek Chisora, Deontay Wilder needed in his life. Pause. You know what I mean? And I need I need all that to get myself prepared for whoever else is in the division. If I get past him, nobody else, I ain't worried about nothing else. You understand me?
Yeah.
I'll know. This would be my true test to see if I'm back for sure. Because I know he's coming to fight. And I'm coming to fight as well. It's going to be a great fight. And what's so unique about this is both our 50th fight. I don't think this ever been done in history. You know what I mean? Both 50th fight, make the 100th fight together. And it's gonna and 2 warriors in the ring. You don't this right here is it's a beautiful dream fight to be had at the perfect time, you know. So when I look at all the other failures, you know, they always say, you know, it may not come when we want it, but it's always on time, because God is an on-time God. You understand me? So with that being said, this is the perfect time and the perfect moment for the perfect season, and all for the perfect reasons.
Is this the type of fight for you at where you are right now in your career, to personally for yourself, to let you know where you exactly stand as far as your physical abilities?
100%. 100%, because of what the attributes that he carry and what he stand for, you know, as far as boxing and his style and how he, you know, Derek, he come to hit you anywhere he can hit you. You understand? And that's what I'm gonna need. I need somebody that's gonna be in my face. I need somebody that's gonna be down my throat every fucking round, every punch, you know, taking it and giving it. You know, I'm gonna need that, you know what I'm saying, to see where I am, for sure. You know, that's one of the things that's been in my head, training and stuff. And this is what I love, you know what I mean? And when the fight happened, we spoke on the phone, and I said, this is the last time we're gonna speak. We're gonna see each other at the press conference. We're doing the interviews and talking, and then we see each other at the fight. I say that because I don't want no interference, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got much respect and much love for this man, you know what I mean? Every time I see him, I smile. It's just something about his energy, his presence, his aura about it, you know what I mean? He's the type of guy that I would hang out with, type of guy that, because I don't hang around a lot of people. I don't allow a lot of people in my presence, you know what I mean? I don't have time for foolishness, you know? I got great work on this earth to do, you know? So I'm very careful about how I spread my space or myself to people, pause, and go along with a lot of other things, you know? But I truly respect him, and love him as a human being that he is. But we have to cut that off. You know what I'm saying? We are fighters, and that's what fighters have to do. You know what I mean? You have to cut it off when it's time. And after, no matter what the results or whatever happens, it brings you closer. You know what I mean? If you got a relationship, you fight each other, it brings you even more closer. You know what I mean? So I wanted to cut everything off because I want to get the best of him. I don't want him to feel like, this is Wilder, boom, and we cool and stuff like that. I want him to shut it all off because I'm going to shut it all off. We're going to get the fans what they want to see. We're going to have a war out. And then in the end, we'll means everything and we'll talk it out, That's how I have it pictured, how I have it seeing it. And it's an honor to be able to finally get in there with him, for sure.
Derek, you're one of the most beloved fighters that I've seen in the UK.
Thank you.
Does the energy, when you're in some of your fights, I've seen a few where it looked like you were ready to go, and then that crowd just gets behind you, and then it's like you just hear the chant of War Chisora, and you just start coming on again. It's like out of nowhere. It's like your whole energy level just boosts up.
Yeah, it's like the way I train is that. It's like I drop and I go up, I drop and I go up. But I never want to stay flat. I like to drop up. And listen, Deontay's a good fighter. He's a banger as well. It's been a while he banged anybody out, but he's still got that killer punch, First time I watched Deontay Wilder fight was in Madison Square Garden with the Polish guy. Oh, what's his name?
Spiłka. Arthur
Yeah.
Spiłka.
Yeah, I was here watching that fight. And he was so far behind the rounds. And then for some reason, they had to bring this kid out on a stretcher. Do you understand? And I was like, wow, that's amazing, And then the last fight I watched him fight was, what's the other southpaw as well? Luis Ortiz, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And Cuban, yeah. And then Ortiz was winning. And then for some reason, that split second, he just did something wrong. And with Deontay, the way he punches, he snaps it out very fast. There's not much power in it, but it's like there's some black magic at the end of that punch because your legs are gone, you can't really move, you can't really do anything, So I was like, wow, this is amazing, so for me and him, when we fight, I think you will know that I'm there, Yes, everybody says the one that pressure, but people don't understand how to handle the pressure, I've never seen anyone who can box good on the back foot, So I'm excited for this fight. April, 4th, I believe so. O2 Arena. And what's the name of the fight again? 50-50 or Last Man Standing? Huh? 100. I want to call it Last Man Standing, maybe.
I like that.
Yeah. But this fight, 12 rounds or 10 rounds? 12. Yeah, 12. I don't think this fight will see 12 rounds.
Is this the last one for you?
Yes.
Because I know there's plenty of times when you've kind of been on the fence, whether it'll be the last one, it won't be the last one.
Because you know what? My wife has said, please, let this be the last one. When you're the foundation of your house, it's like, listen, I've look after the kids for the last 15 years. Can this be the last one? Because we did argue when I was at 45. She goes, come on, it's done. I'm like, let me get to 50. She goes, okay, 50, and that's it. And then a couple of weeks ago, before I came here, she goes, you did promise me this is the last one. I'm like, yes, it is, because it is the last one, because I can't do it by myself anymore. I'm like, okay, fine. This is the last one.
Now, what would happen? Every fighter wants the last one. Then some mega opportunity comes on the table. Maybe Alexander-Usyk, who says, you'll get that heavyweight title fight.
I don't know if I love Alexander-Usyk the way I love my wife, brother.
Yeah.
So listen, some people are driven by certain things in life. Yeah, but my wife is my rock, my foundation, you understand? So if she said, this is it, I say, yes, ma'am, this is it.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You hear me? I'm like, yes, ma'am, this is it. And then to make it more, for you to understand, when I get home after this fight, I'll go in where I got all my stuff and I put it on a bonfire and I burn it. Yeah, everything I've ever worn in boxing, gloves, belts, I burn everything.
I don't know. I feel like you can make a lot of money on the auction block in the UK.
Nah, it's all right. I just want to burn it. You know, because that's it.
And that'll be closure for you.
Big closure for me,
Yeah.
you know. Big closure for me. You know, because boxing has been hard and sometimes harder for me, you know. Certain doors have been locked for me, you know. Certain things, been happening for me. But you know what? I stuck to it, you know. I got one thing I always say to myself. Boxing gives you so much shit, but if you go through that shit, one day it will pay you back. You know, it don't matter who you are. Everybody goes through shit in boxing. Like sometimes you wake up and you feel like, you know what, I don't want to survive here anymore because everybody who thought loved you, they were talking shit about you. You know, so it's one of those things.
You know, Derek in an interview had said something along the lines of that you weren't as aggressive or had shown that killer instinct since you hooked up with Malik Scott, that Malik Scott turned a lion into a cat. Yeah. So do you think it's about you not being as aggressive, or is it about that Malik is trying to instill to you to be a safer fighter? Because everyone knows in the heavyweight division, and especially with you.
Hold on. Is Malik still training him?
Is Malik still training you?
Nah.
Okay.
Now Malik was just for there temporarily. You know, when I got rid of my old trainer, you know, that was the closest thing to me. I needed somebody that I trust because my trust was very low, you know, at that moment in time. It still is now, you know what I mean? It's hard to trust people, you know what I mean? Especially loved ones, the one that look you in your face and say, I love you. You know, I wish you had a translator and say, I really want to, what's yours is mine's, really. You know what I mean? In secret code, you know, because, you know, I dealt with a lot. I dealt with a lot of betrayal. And if anybody knows me, because I get a lot of rap about certain things, and I only look at it, I don't ever make responses or nothing. I don't even see shit, you know what I mean, until somebody brings something to me. That's it, you know. When I fight, I'm out. I'm MIA. You don't see me. I'm a family guy. I love my children. I have 7 children. I want 7 more. If it was up to me, I have 50. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get busy. But at the end of the day, you know, when boxing over with, win, lose, or draw, I'm out of here. You don't hear from me. I'm not on social media. And I prefer that. I've been like that that's just my style. That's just who I am. And because I don't show myself enough to the world or my personal business or whatever, people always assume. They always assume I did this or I'm doing this or whatever. Nobody really knows about Deontay Wilder on the outside of boxing. And I'm fine with that. You know, I'm cool with that. You know, and during that time, I needed Malik, you know, as my brother, somebody close. So I gave him a shot to see at the moment in time to see where it was, you know. And you know, he did a great job. It wasn't nothing that he did wrong for me. It was all me. When you've been through what I've been through and your mind is gone, my mind wasn't there. It was gone. It was like, when I got in the ring, it was like I was going through so much, bro. It's like when I got in the ring, it was like a hypnosis. The bell say ding. It's like I go back to my situation outside of the ring. It was the weirdest fucking thing. I couldn't understand. That was started with the Joseph fight. I'm like, ding. I'm in another world. Like I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until the Zane fight that I really realized what the fuck was going on with me. I went to Shelly immediately. I know what it is now. You know what I mean? And because I was down on myself, I could, you know, it was a lot of things going on. I'm in camp sharing tears and stuff. My focus is not on camp, and I'm convincing myself every time, you got to get yourself together. You're going to get it together. You got this, man. You got so many months to prepare. You'll get it right. I'm convincing myself, trying to tell myself to get it right, but at the same time, I'm still dealing with personal problems. They ain't going nowhere. So in boxing, it's all mental. For me, everybody got their own percentages. For me, it's 90% mental, 4% physical. You understand? If your mind ain't there, you might well cut the call off. It's over with. So my engine was like, I could never start up. I'm like, what the? It was the weirdest thing. I feel no matter what trainer in the world I would have had, the performance wouldn't have equaled out. It wouldn't have panned out like it's supposed to at all. You know, so I don't blame it on Malik at all. You know what I mean? We all know, as far as in my circle, what was going on and stuff like that. And I'm free. I'm free, bro. I'm free of everything. I think my mind is clearer. Now, I don't think I know. You understand me? I'm more happier than I've ever been in life. But I had to go through it to get to it. And we all, as fighters, we go through a lot of shit, just like Derek was saying. We go through a lot of shit. But people on the outside, they look at us as robots. All we supposed to do is train and fight. In their eyes, that's all they see. But we have so much other things going on, you know what I mean? And sometimes life problems can affect your performance, can affect your career, can affect the things that you want to do or have planned to do in life. You know what I mean? It can detour you for sure. You know, and sometimes it can get so worse that you feel like committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like you done all this shit for these people. You done spent all this money on some of them millions of dollars. And it seemed like it ain't, you know how it is. That's for every successful person. It's always family members and shit like that because they feel like they entitled and obligated to what you work so hard for. And I always tell people, I don't have a 9 to 5. I make my money through my blood, sweat, and tears with my life. You understand me? That's why I say the things I say and I do what I do in boxing because I'm risking my life. And if you ain't risking your life, don't tell me how to speak. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to go and stay on the outside and make a fight and collect money, but you get your ass in there and take a punch. You get your ass in there with those ropes. Yeah. It's easy to be on the outside to criticize someone. Oh, he's this, he's that. Well, you get your ass in there then. Let's see. Then I respect you. So I wouldn't put it on Malik at all. He did he did the best he could do with the mindset that I had at the moment in time, you know, and I think it's a win for both of us. You know, because I needed someone that I trust during those times, and he helped me through those times. You know, although the outcome wasn't what we expected, but I had my brother by my side. You know what I mean? So, you know, during those times, and he was able to get more clientele to help him out in life. You know what I'm saying? So now he's doing even better than he was before. Yeah. You know, and if it wasn't an opportunity to present it to him, then he probably would be in the same position. You know what I mean? So if he win, we all win. Because if I say I love him, that's my brother, then we all winning. You know what I'm saying? So I'll accept that. You know what I mean? I'll accept that over any day of the week of what I had to go through, what my brother had to go through, the talks and how people, you know, criticize him and stuff. Because nobody really know what goes on. There's always 3 sides to a story. I don't never give my side of the story because I feel silence is golden. You know, even when shit is put out on me that ain't even true, because there's a lot of shit out here that ain't true. About 98% of the shit that's said about me ain't true. I say 99 that ain't true, but nobody knows me, you know, and it don't hurt me because it don't apply to me. What people say and what they're saying and put out on me, especially the current situations that's going on with me and all that, nobody knows. You know, it don't apply to me, so I don't feel I have to come out on no social media or any platform to express myself, to say what happened or whatever. I don't give people that time. I'm comfortable with just staying silent and letting people think what they want to think. You know what I mean?
To his point, Derek, is that one of the toughest things about the sport, is keeping the baggage that's outside of the ring from coming into the ring, into training camp?
Man, there's so much baggage in boxing, bro. There's so much shit in boxing. But guess what? We fucking love it. Do you understand? Listen, this guy, he went through a lot, and right now I think he's in the process of healing, because I think the way he's healing right now is that he's talking about his problems he went through, and that is the biggest healer of all times. So when you get rid of that bad energy in yourself, of saying your own problems, telling the whole world what's happening, you're healing. And then by the time he gets in the ring, I think he's going to be the guy we knew 10 years ago. So I'm a bit nervous now. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, everybody has problems, man. It don't matter, man. Black or white, Chinese, Christian, Muslim, we all have the same problems. You know, it's how you deal with them. Everybody goes through problems. Life is a problem itself, you know.
You know, one unique factor about this fight, and there's several unique factors, but one in particular is you fought Tyson Fury 3 times.
He whooped him. Fuck that. We're not talking about that motherfucker, I swear to God. He whooped my ass 3 times, whooped his ass 3 times. We're not talking about him. Fuck him.
He ain't whooped me twice at all.
Deontay still feels he should have got a KO in that
He
first one.
didn't whoop me twice. And
Hold on. We have to give somebody credit.
I am giving him
No,
credit.
you're not giving him credit.
I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I got.
I was there for both 2 fights.
I know that, but you only seeing what you saw. He didn't win nothing. They gave it to him. I can't think about the third one, but the 2 of them, he definitely cheated. I got proof and evidence of that. When I do my documentary and my movie about it, it's gonna be presented. I'm gonna bring the peoples and the artifacts and everything I know. Why you think he can't come back to America now? The man cheated. He the biggest cheater in boxing history. If you look him up, you will see it. And if I'm lying, then please tell him to sue me for defamation of character so I can have the proof. And I want that. I can't wait on it because being a black man with dark skin is harder to believe me than to believe a white man. And then that first fight, the referee, that's white supremacy. What he did, you know what he said? He did what he thought was best for boxing. Nah, your job is to count his ass out. That's what you're supposed to do. He gave him an extra 15 count. You know what I mean? Everybody know that. So it is what it is. And how I speak from the truth and from the heart and the passion of it. And that's why a lot of people don't want me in this business because I know too much. I know who's stealing from everybody.
You better tell me. Turn the microphones off and tell me, please.
You feel me? I know a lot of stuff in this business, and the thing about it is, you come to realize, like, as you come up in this business and you don't know much, it's fun, it's exciting, you know what I mean? But when you start knowing a lot of things,
it's bad.
It's like, damn. And I feel, and that's why I'm such an advocate for fighters, because the world don't see what we go through as human beings, as men, and for us to train and put our body through all the pain that we have, because ain't no fighter ever 100% getting in the ring. If you training hard for a fight, you got sparring, you got all this training and stuff. Nobody's 100%. Your body is still, like, you may feel good and stuff like that, but it ain't 100%. And for a fighter to go through the things that we have to go through for time and months and months and months, and then to get in the ring to risk our lives, and we have others to steal from us like that, man, it's just sad, bro. It's sad. And then when you get hurt,
they all laugh at you. He
was a hell of a fighter. Because they got 100 more people right in line to replace us. You know what I mean? So really, they don't give a fuck about us. They don't. Boxing mostly consists of criminals and whores. Let's get it. I'm gonna keep it real. Now, it's a fun business to be in when you're able to operate it. It done changed my life 3 times. I'm looking for the 4th time now. It will change your life, but it can ruin your life as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's maybe I'll write a book one day.
You got the documentary. Need the book too.
I'm coming out with them. I'm coming out with everything I have, all the proof, all the evidence, all the people that been with me, that had all the proof, all the doctors, everything. I'm gonna have them all on there. You understand me? I'm gonna tell them what I know, what the world think they saw. But you know, sometimes the world want to look at what they want to look at. They don't give a damn. They see a black man that did what he did or whatever. They don't give a fuck if he cheated or not. They just, he lost, he got beat, and that's all it is. That's it. Now, if I was another color, anything else, I'd be praised. And we know what generation that we live in. I don't make excuses for that. I tell the truth. Anything that I've said in this business have been the truth because I risk my life. And I take that very serious. I have 7 children. Like I said, I want to have more. You understand me? So I got to shoot up the club.
Damn.
You
I'm
know,
right behind you.
I'm almost afraid to say this, Derek, because I see that aggression coming out in Deontay, but Fury recently picked you to win this fight by knockout.
Yeah,
Do you think? Are you on friendly terms with him? Friendly enough
Can
to?
I be honest with you? I'm friends with everybody in boxing.
Yeah.
You know, I think one thing in boxing is that when promoters be the middleman during the fighters, it don't work well. But when we were doing this fight, me and Deontay, we were talking to each other. But we're like, we're not talking to each other. So when people were telling us, oh, he's out, but I knew he was not out because me and him are talking, you know. So everything, and the promoters were telling me a different story. Oh, he's going to do that because this and this. But me and him are talking. And I believe fighters should talk to each other when they got a deal going on, but don't tell promoters. So that way, it's simple as, because promoters will try and make it difficult, but it's not a difficult thing when two fighters want to fight each other. The only difficult thing are the promoters and the lawyers are trying to make everything hard. But fighters will be like, listen, are you ready on this day? Yes. What side do you want, blue or red? And you make a choice. You argue that little debate. And okay, fine, who's going to go on the post of things like that? Who's going to jump on the scales first? Now you're talking to each other. And then by the time you say, okay, fine, you phone your lawyer, okay, make this happen, give me the contract, let me sign. None of that bullshit. Yeah, this is how me and him did the contract. Easy. No stress.
Simple.
Was that the difference to finally, after all the times you tried to make this fight, to get on the phone and get it over the line?
Yeah, because when you have somebody else talking for you, they're not really talking the way you want them to talk for you. So I got his number. I got other fighters' number. You know, I got different fighters' numbers. If they want to fight, they talk to me, and I'm like, okay, cool. Speak to them. Let's make it happen.
Because it seemed like historically, last couple of years, Mayweather-Pacquiao finally got made when the two of them actually met face-to-face and discussed it out. Terrence Crawford often says his fight with Errol Spence got made when the two of them finally got on the phone.
Yeah, because big fights are easy to make. It's so easy to make. But it's the people behind them. Like, oh, what TV channel is going to go on? What's going to go on? You know. So, listen, I'm just happy that me and this man are fighting now. It's done. And what's more exciting about this fight is that he's coming to United Kingdom. Everybody in London is excited. Do you understand? Everybody in London, even most promoters, this is how bad it is. Most promoters were like, we need to know what date you are fighting so we don't have to announce on the same date, because we announce on the same day, we will not get anybody there. Yeah. So my idea was this, God on the show, if I wanted everybody to announce their dates, and then I announce my date later to just piss everybody off, but it didn't go my way. Because my whole idea is I like to piss off everybody.
Now, for Derek, this fight for him is like the swan song. Cement his legacy, go out before his home fans with a big win, go home, and that's it. For you, it's a little bit different. Is it the type of fight you need to springboard yourself to that world title fight that you want?
Oh, most definitely, hands down. You know what I mean? That's why I say he's the perfect opponent for the occasion. You know, things may not happen when we want it, but God is an on-time God, you know what I mean? And this is perfect, you know what I mean? What other, you know, it's the perfect time for, you know what I mean? Like I said before, I have so much love and respect for him, you know what I mean? Just because of the person that he is. He's my type of guy, you feel me? My type of dude that I hang around with and stuff like that. And when he was saying, you know, fighters should talk, he hit the nail on the head. You got to get on the phone. Even if you don't like that person. You may not like him like I like him or love him like I say, and I'm open with it. You know what I mean? Because I know who I am. I can express myself like I want, you know? But it's important for fighters to have that connection like that. It's some type of connection. Even if it ain't a strong connection, it's a connection you have, because you will get lied to. You will get detoured. You will get manipulated. You understand me? And you thinking, you know, because all the fighters, we want to fight each other. But, you know, it's other people that's involved. Prolongs the fight. Most time it be the benefit of themselves. You understand me? you know, oh, the fight is gonna be bigger, boom, this and all this. Sometimes some things make sense. You know, it's just like with the Usyk fight and me. It makes more sense of me to fight Derek first, then to fight him. You know what I mean? He's been active and stuff. I ain't really been active and shit. I need a true test. I need somebody that ain't gonna give a fuck. You understand me? That's gonna come. The man named War for a reason. You understand me? And that's what I need in my whole heart. So when I'm at home training, I'm thinking about it. I know he's coming. I'm looking at the videos and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker gonna come. And it's exciting. It do bring those chills on you. Bring that excitement chill. Though. I'm like, this is a fight. You understand me? And I'm excited about it at the same time, though. Very excited. I'm going to his backyard to fight. So it really make the blood boil, though. But I love that feeling of intensity and being able, I love to have a fighter that makes me feel that way because that brings out the best in you. You know what I mean? He gonna bring out the best in me in that night of that fight. I'm gonna bring the best out of him in that night of the fight. And it's gonna be one of the best 100 fights that's ever has lived in the history of boxing. I truly believe that.
Derek, does it concern you at all? He says he likes you a lot. But he's also professed how much he loves Malik Scott, but he leaves out that he left Malik Scott unconscious in the ring at one point.
Well, I did the same thing. I'm sorry to come over you guys, but I did the same thing with, I say, Malik, this is going to be the last time we talk.
Yeah.
Next time I see you, it'll be the person. Next time I see you, he's going to be in the ring and stuff because I knew the connection that we had. And I had a strong connection with Malik because this is my brother. But we have to cut it off at some point, and that's why I made that statement.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you guys are friendly now, but I saw how you cut it off with Malik once you two got in there.
We have to. That's a part of
That don't bother me.
You have that type of style where you just come forward with no disregard. You don't care what the other guy throws. Is this a little different where you might have to be a little safer? Or is it regular Derek Chisora?
Nah, I won't be safe. I won't be safe. You know, one of the best things about boxing is that if you lose a fight on points, you go back on the video and you be looking and like, I could have easily done this on this round, I could have done this. But when you get knocked out, you can actually say, no, fuck it, I got knocked out. I had out of 7 rounds, I'd have probably knocked him out in the 7th round or 8th round. So that's how I look at it for myself. And this fight is a good fight, but it's got sadness to it. You know, the sadness is that, you know, I'm retiring that day, and I think he's going to retire that day as well because after I beat him, I don't think the phone call will be ringing. The only phone call will be ringing from his missus and his kids, and his new documentary is filming. You understand? Yeah, because 2 fighters, great fighters, are retiring that day. Yeah, God honest truth. You know, it's just, it's good fun. I enjoy this. You know, for me, right now, sitting across him, I admire him, I like him, I'm sizing him up. I know what kind of strength he's got. I already tested his strength already when we were in Dubai. That little shove in there. I
knew you were doing that too. Fighters just know fighters. I was telling my people there, like, he's sizing me up.
Yeah. You know, I was pushing the bounds. Yeah, so, you know, listen, I got great, perfect plan for this man. And he's got the same one for me as well. So we'll see who's going to execute. He's planned better than the other.
What they're going to be a sad day just for boxing because you two guys are two of the true characters of the sport. I don't think there's enough guys in the sport right now that have that character, you know, that charismatic thing that appeals to the people. I think that's the one thing about someone like a Fury is he's got that unique wackiness about him, and you two guys are unique in your own respect, and that crosses over. And I think a lot of guys these days are too generic.
I think it goes with the era now. You know, back in the days, we would love to go out and drink and party. Now these guys, the dudes, in New York, they got this thing called the sauna parties. I'm like, what happened at the sauna parties? People just sit in a sauna, get hot, and then drink water. I'm like, how's that a party with rap music and stuff like that? And now people don't go out; they go to Pilates classes. You know, me and you were going out and wake up the next morning and running a 7-mile run. You know. Training, but now it's just the world is different, you know. So these young fighters, so you have to understand, is just like different from our generation, you know, and we're different from Lennox Lewis and Emnos generation. You understand? So I don't know what the next generation of boxers will be like, the heavyweights, but I don't know. But us lot, we got entertainment, you know. It's a whole facade because I know when you announce a fight, I'm like. I started thinking of what I want to wear, how I want to design it, how I want to walk to the arena, you know, the whole facade, you know, everything is a practice in your mind, you know, and don't know. I have to give you credit on that. On your outfit, you came in with the Zang, that black outfit. Yeah, it was a good outfit.
Oh, thanks, sir.
That was a good one. That was a beautiful one there.
My trainer, he makes everything.
Yeah.
He's an inventor.
Yeah.
He's a real inventor. He makes sex toys too.
Yeah, I live that.
I'm just talking about after the retirement. You say
I think KD needs some of them fucking things on me.
Yeah. In closing, Derek, how do you see this fight going?
Listen, how do I see this fight going? One of us will be laying down. Which one is? I don't know, but one of us will be laying down. You know, because I'm definitely going to come for him. I don't have a warm-up round. I don't size off anybody. I'm just like, I'm possessed. The moment the ref goes, are you ready? Fuck that shit, man. I'm ready. I'm fucking running to him. And I think he knows that already. And I just chuck.
Yeah.
You know, I just go and just chuck. Wanted to chuck at him. I'm going to hit him everywhere I can hit. I will get him. At the same time, I know he's going to try and get me. I will get him.
Will there be at least 5 guys afterwards?
Oh, no. Do you like 5 guys?
Who's that?
Five
guys burgers.
Burgers
That's his tradition after a fight.
Oh, really?
He comes to the opponent's locker room with a whole bag of 5 guys.
I eat 5 guys.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
5 guys. Any vegan, vegetarians in your team?
I know. We no onions, no pickles.
Oh, perfect.
You know what I mean?
That's what I order.
No onions, no pickles.
Swine as well. So
Just meat and cheese.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
And the same to you, Deontay. How do you see the fight going?
The fight, how I see the fight going, it's only going to be one man standing for sure. That's exactly how I pitch it. One man standing. Somebody going to get knocked out. Either going to be me or him. And that's just far as our styles of how we are, it's only designed for that result. That's it. I don't see no on points, none of that. All I see is going to be a knockout decision. That's it, you know what I mean? And like I said, he's coming to fight, and I know it. And that's what makes me so excited, you know what I mean? So excited, but, you know, just getting myself together to I'm like, shit, I was just not getting my mind together and shit like that. And like, when you picture somebody like him that pressure you all the time, he gonna have me thinking. And this is like, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's exciting at the same time because it's like, when I get through this test, it's over with for everybody else. It's over. Because I know I'm truly back then. You understand me? And I feel this in my heart. Because I'm coming. I'm bringing it all. And I know he's going to bring it all. And I'm going to need that. I don't want you to hold nothing back.
Sure, you don't need that. You don't need that.
I don't want you to hold nothing back. I want you to hit me with everything you can. Don't feel feel nothing for me. Pretend like I'm trying to break into your house. As I always say, kill me. That's how I want. Because that's the only way I know if I'm truly back or not. to have that type of pressure and that danger on me, knowing that this man's trying to do this, that's the only way. And that's the only way I would have it. This is the fight game. This is what people want to see. Many people, oh, he said he wanted to bite on there, but y'all just as guilty because y'all sit y'all ass in this seat just to watch it and see it happen. If it's going to happen or whatever, you know what I mean? And that's another thing. People are so sensitive in this business. Y'all know what this business is and you know what it's about. And a lot of people act like they don't know what they watching. You know, this is not no... shit, it can be a gentleman's sport, but that's up to the person. That's up to the two fighters. Yeah. You see this gentlemanship right here. Mm-hmm. This is what you call that. Yeah. Now, when you get in the ring, that shit go out the window. Understand me? It's just so much. You see the passion come out because nobody understands what we go through. And when you expresses it and you explaining the shit is like in your head, and then when I'm trying to explain, sometimes I can only explain certain things with passion. Like I've always doing throughout my career, it's always been passion, because I know what it takes to be in this business. I know what's the risks that it takes to be in this business. I think if you've been in the business as long as we've been, you got some permanent scars. We all do. We just hide them. We don't talk about them because why would I talk about my weaknesses to anyone? I know everybody watching said, we all banged up in some type of way. We ain't the same as we first started, that's for sure. But we continue to do it because we love this shit. We up to 1%. Ain't nobody going to school to try to do this. Moms and dad ain't saying getting in this unless it's in the family or something like that. They pressure them to go off and play other things. Not this. But we the only ones that crazy enough to feed, to be hungry enough to hit another man in the face. You know what I'm saying? To want to see him on the ground shaking or having a seizure or anything like that. And it's entertaining to the fans that's watching because you're getting your money worth. Now, you're going to say what you're going to say after and all that bullshit and stuff. People have to be so emotional. But when you're a fighter, you don't understand, man. It's different. So that's why this fight is going to be crazy. And you don't have to have two fighters in front of each other have to go back and forth. Because once understood, don't have to be explained. You don't have to have that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like back in the day when the gangsters shake your hand. This is it. I don't need a contract. I'm shaking your hand and looking in your eyes. And that's it. That's it. Now, you can be cordial. It's just like when I was in Dubai. And Fury said, bomb squad, and everybody see me hug him and stuff. It's a time and it's a place. Although I don't like his ass. But it's a time and a place. I can coexist with my enemies. I can go shake my enemies' hands. I can have a conversation with them. I can be like, I can exist. We can exist with each other in each other's world, but you stay your ass over there, I'm going to stay my ass over here. You understand? And if the setting fit for us to be together, depends on what the setting is it requires a certain type of gentlemanship. Now, what the hell I look like going to a country, especially like Dubai, going over there starting some shit? Especially my first time. Nah, because a lot of people looked at it a different way. My mind said different. I can be a killer but still be nice to you. Understand? It's strategically planning. You know how many people it's on somebody's list of getting killed, killing them? You understand me? You probably got a lot of people you probably don't. I want to take them out. You know what I'm saying?
What gun? Versace gun?
If it doesn't involve prison time.
You know what I'm saying?
What gun? Versace gun. If that maybe they make a Versace gun, you might think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Are we going to call Miller or what? Shall we call Miller?
Call that bitch up.
You want to call him Jerel Miller? Call him up.
Call his ass up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me.
He probably, if he answer.
Yo.
Did he answer? He sounds sad.
I got your best friend here.
Ain't got no roof. You see this shit? Ain't got no roof. Take that hat off, man. Man, take that hat. Oh, you done for it.
Hey, take that off.
Take the hat off.
Hey.
Hold on. Let me put the heat on the car first, nigga. It's cold as motherfucker.
I know it is.
listen.
That head cold.
All right, listen. I tell you what, me and Deontay were talking right now. You can make so much money.
I'm telling you.
Man, listen, if y'all want me to help me do what we gotta do, man, help me, man.
We need to help
All
him.
you got to do is go get you some glue, some hair glue.
We need to help him, Mr. Brother.
Mm.
Yeah, we need to just point him to the right direction to get good sponsorship.
Get a chemist.
Yeah, get a chemist. But you know what, bro? You made it viral.
I ain't lying. You're finally famous.
You made it viral.
Listen, I know I give Deontay a lot of shit, but you know my mom's a fan of you, bro.
Who's that? Mom. Hey, mama, you doing all right?
I'm a big fan of yours. Even my son gives you crap, but I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, man. I love you so much. Oh, that makes me feel so good. I appreciate you. You doing okay? I'm doing all right.
Mom, you right?
I see why he on his best behavior now.
Yeah, you see that?
I see why he's on his best behavior.
Versace's gonna talk to Turkey and get you a bigger fight.
Yeah. Well, Jerel, now that you've gone viral all over the world for the wrong reasons, they want to see you back. You got to capitalize on this.
Man, that was a good laugh, man.
It would be an honor if I get a spot on Deontay and Chisora undercard. You know, if we can make it work, we make it work.
Well, man, don't worry. You know what? I did promise you something. Let me speak to brother Amir, and I will let you know.
Let's see what happens.
But listen to me, bro. Thank you for answering my phone call, and we had a good conversation. And happy Sunday to your beautiful mother, brother. And
Most
God
definitely.
bless you, bro.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, mama, we love you, mama. We love you, mama.
I get you later. Bye.
All right, mama. I see why he was on his best behavior.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we didn't say the wrong thing in
but-
front of his
but hold
mother.
on.
Yeah.
But now you understand.
Yeah.
It might be like we might not like each other.
Mm.
But when we phone each other, it's all a civilized conversation.
Come on, bro.
Do you understand? Yeah. It's the people in the media who make it not civilized for us. Do you
Facts.
understand? Yeah.
Facts.
You know, I can pick up a phone any fight in this world, and we have a good conversation. But when I have an interview with somebody and they ask me, what do you think about Deontay? I'm like, Deontay's a good fighter. But in their words now, they will go and spin that word.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly be like, yo, what did you say this? I'm like, no, I didn't say it like that. He just wrote it the wrong way. And then suddenly me and him got arguments. You know?
Facts.
You see, but at least he answered. Yeah. I thought he was going to have you on, but he didn't have you on.
And on that note, that's a wrap for the latest episode of the Verzace podcast. A big thanks for Deontay and Derek for joining me today. They will collide on April the 4th. MF Pro, O2 Arena in London, live and exclusively on DAZN. Don't miss it.